Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video we'll be looking at another open source library for showing alert boxes. So this time we'll be looking at Bootstrap library. Bootstrap also offers modals that you can show on the screen for receiving at different positions. So this is actually a basic modal in Bootstrap where you can have a simple title and a text and set of buttons. So this is for closing the modal box. This is for These are two buttons right here. You can just show these modal boxes for various situations. Let's suppose the user performing some operation, then you want to show this alert box. So do you want to continue? So this will be close or continue. So we also have this cross button as well. So the user can close this by clicking outside this also. Then we have the vertically centered modal. So this appears right in the center position of the screen, horizontally and vertically, but the content is the same. We have the title, we have the actual message, and then we have a set of buttons. So the first one appears on the top of the screen, and the second one is aligning vertically centered. This is our second type. The third type is the scrollable text. So if you have a bunch of text that you want to show on the modal box, this is will be very helpful if you have a agreement that you want to show set of. So if your application has a set of agreements that you want to show to the user, then a bunch of text, then you can show it inside this scrollable modal window. Again, we have these two buttons out there. We have the title and then we have a bunch of text. So the last but not least, we have the static backdrop modal. So the advantage of using is that the user can't click this modal window by clicking outside this modal. They want to click the buttons to close this. In the basic one, if you click outside the modal window, you can close this. But now in the static backdrop, if the user clicks outside the modal window, they can't close the modal. They need to click the button if you want to close it. So I will show you step by step on how to get started with Bootstrap modals. I will show you one by one. So first of all, what we need to do in the browser, just create a simple index.html file, and you just need to include the Bootstrap CSS and the Bootstrap JavaScript. So I've already included this. You will see that the CDN links. If you want to get this, you can go to Bootstrap official website or simply write Bootstrap CDN and w3schools.com. You will simply get all the CDN which is required. So you will get all the CDN links, Bootstrap and Bootstrap Mint. So simply include this, and now I will simply get started on writing the markup for showing the basic modal in Bootstrap. So you need to understand modal constitutes. Let me first of all show you how to trigger the modal. So we will have a simple button. We will give it a Bootstrap class, so BTN primary, and then the label of this button will be basic modal. So if you see in the browser, we will have a simple button, basic modal. So now to align this in the center position, we'll use the container class of Bootstrap, margin top 5. So I will just shift this button in this container class. So it will have some margin automatically and h2 tag as well. Say Bootstrap modal example. So you will see now we have the margin added automatically using the container class of Bootstrap. So when you click this button, basic modal, we need to show the modal window. So now for showing this, we need to add this attribute, which is data dot bs for Bootstrap, and toggle toggle, and here you need to specify the ID that you want to show the alert window. This will be constant value. This will needs to be modal because we need to show the modal window. And the second attribute, the custom attribute that we need to is specify here data.bs.target. So here you need to specify the ID that you will give to your modal window. So in this way we are basic modal. So now we need to define this modal window. So we need to give the same ID that we have given right here, which is basic modal, in this attribute. So now we need to define this just after this button. Right at the bottom we can define it inside a div tag. We need to give the ID, same ID, basic modal. And in Bootstrap every modal window will have this class, base class of modal. So inside this we will define the modal dialog. So Bootstrap have this class here, modal dialog. This is a base class. This is the modal dialog is the, if you want to specify the dialog. And then inside this we have the modal content class, and inside this we have the modal header class. So just see all these classes. This is a base class modal. Inside this we have modal dialog, modal content, modal header. And now inside this we can specify the title. So the title will have this class of modal title, and we can give it a title to the modal, which is basic modal. So if you just click the button, you will see this. There is this modal window appearing and the title that we have given, basic modal. And now to show other properties here, if you want to show the cross icon, if you want to close it, we will have this button type button. And now to show this cross icon, we need to use the Bootstrap class here, which is btn close. So now you will see this cross icon will be added. This is used to close the modal icon, but if I click this, nothing happens. For this we do need to add a attribute, which is data bs dismiss, and this I need to set it to modal. So if you now set this and click on this, you will see the, if you click this icon, the modal will close. So this is all happening because of this custom attribute that Bootstrap provides you, data bs dismiss. So this is because of this custom attribute that we have added. And after this only is the modal header. If you see, just divide this into sections. This is actually the header of the modal, which contains the title and the cross button. The second section is actually the body, which is modal body class. And here you specify the actual body of the modal. So we are specifying this simple message. So if you now click, you will see this is the actual message which is shown to the user. So this is specified. You will see this horizontal line automatically added by Bootstrap, just differentiating between the header and the body. Then after this modal body, we will have another div, and this section is the footer section of the modal. So we have this class which is provided by Bootstrap, which is modal footer. So inside this you will specify all your buttons that you want to show in the modal. So here you will specify the Bootstrap class of button, btn secondary. And this one for closing it. Again, for closing, we will specify that attribute data bs dismiss. We need to set it to modal. So now we also have this button as well, close button. If you click it, then also it closes. If you click this icon, then also it closes. The second button is for, you can specify as many buttons as you want, but we'll only be showing two buttons. So this button will be responsible for saving the changes. So this can be anything. This can be delete, update, anything. But I am just taking an example, save changes. So according to your application, you can specify this button and nothing happens if I click this, but you get the basic modal or Bootstrap. I've shown you all the three sections. First is the header section, which contains the title and this icon. Then we have the actual body, and then we have this footer section with these, which contains these two buttons. So for every model that you create in Bootstrap, this will be the structure that you will follow. We will have these three sections: model, header, body, footer. And now on top of that, we will show you if you want to add a custom animation, because if I now click this, it is just showing it without this animation. But if you want to show a fading animation, you can just add this class just in the after this model, which is fade class. Just add this class, and now if you see the output, you will see a nice little animation at the starting when the model appears on the screen. So this is actually added by this class that we added. So you can check out the Bootstrap docs. It contains a lot of animations, so you can add those. The second type of model that I want to show you is the vertically centered model. If you want to center this model in the center of the screen, both horizontally and vertically, for that we do have a class which we can add. So I will simply copy everything from here and paste it. So this will be vertically and horizontally centered. All the things remain the same, but here we do need to add this class after this modal dialog. Modal dialog centered. If you want to center this, you will add this class which is provided by Bootstrap. And now if you click the second button, let me specify the second button, which is the centered modal, and we need to give this ID centered. So we need to give the same ID that we specify here. So you will now see, now the model will appear right in the center of the screen, both horizontally and vertically. So most of the times you will use this type because most of the dialog boxes that you see in the applications appear in the center of the screen. So you will just need to add this class here, modal dialog centered. The third type is actually the scrolling modal. So if you want to scroll something, if you have a lot of text, then in that case, I will just change the ID here, which is scrollable modal, and I will have this third button. So now we have the third button. I just want to change here. So here you just need to paste a lot more text, and the class will also change from modal dialog center to modal dialog scrollable. So this is again a class provided by Bootstrap, modal dialog scrollable. So right here you will paste a bunch of text. Let me paste it. So inside the modal body here, we'll paste all this text. So if I now click this, you will see a bunch of text and a scroll bar is automatically added whenever you scroll. So in this way, this is a third type, which is scrollable. If you want to scroll something, a bunch of text, you can use this modal. And the fourth one is actually if you want to prevent the user from clicking the outside and closing this modal, you can use this. Let me paste it here. So for this, we have specifically added these two attributes which are provided by Bootstrap, which is data bs backdrop, and we have set this value to static. This means that the user can't click outside the modal window to close it. And the second attribute is data bs keyboard false. So this means that the user can't also click any key on the keyboard to actually close the modal. These two attributes that we have added. So now if you click outside the modal window, the modal will not close. You need to specifically click the buttons to close it. This is a fourth type. So these are the basic four types of modals which are